This is the Say It Can't Gamer, and you are live with the MMA Holes!
Mixed Martial A-Holes! MMA Holes, MMA Holes, MMA Holes, MMA Holes, MMA Holes. You like to be a mixed martial a-hole. MMA holes, MMA holes, MMA holes, MMA holes, MMA holes.
Boom, 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 boom.
No way.
From the Queen Studios of... Hold on a second. Hold on.
Boner plant.
Harvey Weinstein with the donation saying, boner plant.
Every time. Every time.
How dare you interrupt our intro? But thank you, Harvey Weinstein. You are wonderful, wonderful. Let's get back to that. Ready? Are you ready? Let's get back to the intro. Look at J.B.H's beautiful face over there. Let's do it.
No way.
From the Queen Studios of New York. That's right. UFC 228 Fight Week. Is John Jones coming back to headline UFC 230 MSG? And Triton fights Chris Macchi live with the MMA Holes. Yes. What's up? I hope everyone is wonderful. Wonderful. What's going on? How about that? Harvey Weinstein jumping in with a donation to interrupt our intro over there. Jesse, what do you say about this?
I'm impressed. I think you might have topped Sean McKenzie. Has he topped Sean McKenzie?
I don't know.
Well, Sean McKenzie came in with Come On Ronda. So.
Yeah, you didn't come on Ronda, but a beautiful donation over there. And you know where the donations are at. Down below in the description, we got a whole plethora of donations. But we have a fantastic show for you tonight. Jam-packed. We're going 2 hours strong. We're going to take some phone calls. We have Chris Macchi live from Triton Fights. We have UFC 228 Fight Week. And we have John Bones Jones. Looks like he's coming back, but the question is he coming back
He's not
for...
coming.
Well, we're going to find out tonight. Is he coming back for UFC 230 to headline that? But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have a special guest tonight live on the MMA Holes, Chris Macchi. What's going on, Chris? Welcome to the show.
What's going on, big guy? How you guys feeling?
We're doing great. What are we doing, Jesse?
Wonderful.
Uh-oh, super chat coming in. Hold on.
Bring on FORRRRRRRRREHEAD and twerkers.
Oh boy. Vanship Man wants forehead and the twerkers. So is there any
twerkers? Oh, you told people about the twerkers?
I said there might be twerkers. I don't know.
Or Van Shipman wants Chris Macchi to twerk.
Is that a twerker sitting next to you?
That might be a twerker right there.
Oh boy. Hit me with the ones in the chat if you want to see some twerkage tonight on the MMA Holes on TGI.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let's get some donations first before you start asking for some twerking.
You got to pay to play.
Make the world go round.
That's right. Now, if you don't know, well, you better know. Chris Macchi is the matchmaker for Triton Fights. Triton Fights number 9 is coming up. It's right around the corner. It's September 14th. 2018, and you better get your tickets because we've been to multiple events over there. They do a fantastic job. Jesse and myself we've sat cage side, and fantastic. I'm telling you, it's a spectacle. Chris, welcome back to the show. And now tell us, why should we be excited about this event?
We should be excited about this event because we took it away from just a conventional cage and an arena, and we're bringing theatrics into the show. We want to, for our promo videos, if anyone's been following Triton Fights and what we've been releasing media-wise, we brought the theatrics back into it. I wanted to create a platform where the amateur fighter could be a star before he's a pro fighter, and we think we're going to do that. We're taking a page out of WWE's book. So we're taking some of these guys' fight names, whether it be the Butcher, whether it be the Savage, and we're going to create a little bit of a backstory behind that, have some fun with the promo videos, and get the fans, really excited about what's going to come, out of the back and step into the cage.
I tell you what, I am really excited, and I just popped up a picture of this guy, Breton. He is massive. He is an absolute animal over here. Is he a flyweight? What weight class is this guy in?
Yeah, no, he's a flyweight, 125. Yeah, it's like his pinky finger weighs 125 pounds.
It's crazy.
Yeah, no, This guy's a collegiate wrestler. He kicks like he weighs 155 pounds. He's going to come in at about 265, I believe. We're flying his opponent in from Macchi, Florida, I believe is where he lives. Flying his opponent in. A lot of his past opponents dropped out. People have even walked out of the weigh-ins before fighting him. So that caused him to shy away from MMA. And then he found Triton Fights. And I met him at the previous show, Triton Fights 8. And, I just let him know, listen, I have the largest network on the Northeast and beyond the Northeast of amateur fighters. And we have the best amateur fighters, possibly in the United States, that fight for us. And I promised him and I gave him my word I'd find him an opponent that was game, and I did. Brothers is no joke. He's 8 fights deep, and he's coming to bang, and the Savage is ready to eat. So, we're gonna see if he lives up to his name.
Yeah, I tell you what, this guy Savage seems like a fitting name for this man. He's very scary, and I could understand why no one wants to fight him. I get it. I wouldn't even want to be in the same room as this guy. So it looks like someone's going to sleep.
Quit at the weigh-ins.
Shit.
They've quit at the weigh-ins. The stare down. They were like, "Nah, I'm not. I'm just not doing it."
I tell you what. I've said this over and over again. Now, if you're on the East Coast, we're looking to get like a little tailgate going to this fucking thing. Bring everyone. Bring your friends, your family.
Oh, yeah.
This event over here, I've said it before, and I'm not saying it because we know Triton Fights, we know you over there, but I'm saying this because I'm pretty realistic with my opinion. I pretty much tell people if it's shit or if it's actually good. And so far, we're a couple of events in, and I have to say, other than you sitting me by the fucking fog machine, but now that's cleared up. That's cleared up. That's good. But other than that, I swear to God, this is a fantastic event. It doesn't really matter where you sit. You have a good seat anywhere. But man, the visual, the sound, everything that's going on, and the fights, the matches are top notch. How do you put on show by show a good match?
Well, I'll tell you what, man. It starts by not being lazy. These promoters, especially in the amateur ranks, they're lazy, man. They got guys that they're not paying.
Super chat.
They'll just A-side, B-side a guy.
John Jones looks like he's the goalie
they don't
on the
study
dart
him. They don't put the time in. I treat it like fight camp.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Donation came in, and they're saying John Jones looks like the goalie. What is he talking about?
It's like the goalie on a dart team.
On a dart team. There you go. And we are talking about Triton Fights, but there is something going on. Before we get back into this whole Triton Fights thing over here, what are your thoughts on this whole John Jones situation? He's posting things all over the place. It looks like he might come back to the UFC, and maybe, just maybe, he might headline. Super chat coming in. What we got?
Chris, it's Jerry. I'm gonna kick the crap out of you.
Hey Terry, how you doing? Thanks for the donation.
That was nice.
John Jones, do you think
I'm a fighter before a promoter? So if you want to put that to the test, let me know.
Yeah, actually, you know what? Let's settle in Triton Fights. That would be a good time, right, Jess? What do you think?
Stick them both in the cage.
I'll take out Terry.
Yeah.
One clean swoop of my fisticles. What do you? Is John Jones coming back? What do you think, Chris?
I think if he does come back, he doesn't deserve to come back. Honestly, the parade that man has made, and the circus that he's made out of a sport that I love, I lost a lot of respect for him. He used to be one of my favorite fighters. I think that he's a physical specimen. I think that's a big reason why he wins a lot is his body type and him being able to use his body. But what he did as far as the abuse of cheating. I lost a lot of respect for the guy, and I think that there's a whole bunch of upcoming fighters that don't cheat, that live it through and through, that deserve a shot that he squandered.
Yeah, well, I mean, Jesse actually agrees with you a lot over there, and I agree too. I mean, the guy is a cheater. The guy, I mean, over and over again, how many times are you going to make the same mistakes, right? And it seems like he's doing it. It's a shame, though, when you see the talent of this guy, right? You see a guy that's probably arguably the greatest of all time, keeps on falling into these situations. Do you think when John comes back, do you think he's going to fall back into those situations?
I mean, I always want to be a guy that's, optimistic and give people second chances. But then, there's something to be said about human nature. And I think that as far as him, fame has destroyed him. I think it's the Chris Brown effect. We're seeing the first Chris Brown effect in MMA. I think the bright lights and the cameras, man, they get to you, they change you. The money changes people. I wish the guy the best, but I don't have much respect for him as an athlete because he was winning without cheating, and I don't think he needed to cheat.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're going to be getting back into the John Jones situation later on in the show, so stick around for that. We'll open up the phone lines as well. But let's talk about big lights, right? Not only do you have big lights at your event, but I've noticed this, and shout out to Tiger Life Energy, delicious drink over there, Tiger Life Energy, who happens to be playing with us as well. You guys are wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful.
Will there be throwing out cans of Tiger Life at this event?
Will we be throwing cans of Tiger Life at people?
Like Conor McGregor did at the press conference.
We're probably not going to cause any type of concussions, but there will be Tiger Life. It will be cold, and it will be served with Tito's vodka.
Now, what's going on with the reality show? Is it a done deal? It looks like you guys wrapped up filming the reality show. When will this thing air? Is it picked up?
Listen, man. So, something I've been really, really quiet about, and a big reason I was quiet about it is because I wanted to give you the first, shot at the, as far as from a media perspective, at the information. So basically, we produced a sizzle reel. A sizzle reel is basically a culmination of what the show will consist of. And, it gives basically a feeling of how the show is going to come across.
Hold on 1 second. Hold that thought. We got a donation coming in. Hold on.
Take them belts off me.
Legend has it, at night Chris Macchi's eyebrows take an Uber to get to his hairline.
This isn't tea, man.
Chris, is it true that your eyebrows take an Uber to get to your hairline?
No, but I do take an Uber to whoever's mom's house it is, and I leave in an Uber too.
Well, there you go. That's a fantastic response. Now let's talk about this. Are you saying you're dropping news on the MMA Holes Live about this reality show?
Absolutely.
All right, I can't wait. Hold on, let me get the edge of my seat. All right, I'm ready. Let's do this.
All right, so basically, we produced a sizzle reel. So basically, this show. The reason why it differs from, a UFC series or even the Ultimate Fighter is it's going to be on how we actually build the show. It's following my partners, Frank from Tiger Life, myself, and a select few fighters that are loyal to our brand that we see potential in them moving ahead into the pro ranks and doing well, being top 20 fighters in the world. It's a really in-depth look on how we created Triton Fights and the reason why people are saying that we're so different, because at the end of the day, we still have a cage in the middle of a room and there's still seats and we still sell tickets. So why is it that our formula is working, better than anybody on the Northeast? And we wanted to give people an inside look at why that's happening. And I really think that this show is going to be highly entertaining, highly dramatic, and once you see the premiere, I'm sure. But I think everybody, is in for and very excited to see a facet of MMA that they've never seen before on network.
I tell you what, I'm looking forward to this reality show. Now, are you by a Wi-Fi router, or can you sit on the router? It looks like the signal is a little bad. I'm not sure if, I'm not sure if we're losing you right now, but you're frozen. Let it go.
You're good.
Oh, hold on a second. It looks like we're back in business. The signal's just breaking up a little bit over here. You're a little choppy. I'm not sure if you're on Wi-Fi or on data, but might have to move positions.
Give me 1 second, bud.
We might need some twerking in the meantime. Right, Justin?
I'm good without it.
Wonderful.
All right. Here we go. Yeah, so we got Chris Macchi live on the MMA Hole September 14th.
Are we back on? Are we good?
All right, I do hear you. Hold on a second. We got a
shoulder,
donation coming in. Let's see if we get that
the
clear.
other shoulder, and you're going to need a fucking army to come take them belts off me.
Chris Macchi, it's Derry Tribilkic from King of the Cage. I'm gonna bitch smack you when I see you next and run your promotion into the ground.
Move.
Try to step to this bitch.
Holy shit.
Wow, someone's got a...
I love competition, big boss.
Yeah, so Chris, who is this guy?
I'm curious. What's going on with Terry?
Who's this?
Chris?
Terry
Competition, big boss.
Tribblecock? Who is this guy?
I don't know, but if my last name was Tribblecock, I'd have a problem too.
Oh my
From
god.
King of the Cage.
What's King of the Cage? Are you familiar?
Well, Nico Montano has like an entire team over there.
Yeah?
King of the Cage.
Yeah, I'm not quite familiar with King of the Cage over there, but yeah, Terry Tribblecock is coming in now. Chris, yeah, we're I don't know, we lost your visuals. I think I still hear you. This is going very well.
Are you good?
No, I don't see anything right now. Your visuals are gone.
He got scared of Terry Treble.
Yeah, maybe the Tribblecock got you.
I'm getting scared of somebody named Tribblecock.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Well, we do hear you, so we can continue this the audio version, and hopefully that your visuals will come back.
My camera's on, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. It just conked out. So when we were talking to you, it was very glitchy. It looked like your internet connection is not very strong, so it's like kind of in and out and fuzzy. So we hear you, but we definitely don't see you now. I don't know. Anyway, let's talk about this event now. You're saying there's ladies at this thing. What are we talking about here? We got some flashy girls showing up at this event. Or are they going to be dancing? Are they going to be throwing T-shirts out there? What can we expect from these young ladies?
Yeah, man. So combined, these young ladies have a following of over 2 million. Some of them are published models. Some of them are, high-end bottle girls, at the most prestigious clubs in New York, AM Southampton. So they're just gonna bring a different, essence to the show. I saw a lot of guys on my last show, and the men will come where the pretty ladies are, and we just wanted to add that kind of vibe to it, where it's not just a cage fight; it's a social experience. Everybody could get, could have a good time, no matter if you're a hardcore MMA fan or you just like watch fights here and there.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody that's tired of the same old nightclub scene, I wanted to bring that kind of facet into MMA and bring it to the forefront of pop culture that way.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's exciting. That's exciting news over there. The show is good as it is, and any addition that you guys add on to this show is even more. It's just added bonus over here. Now, we have a friend of the show named Daniel Murphy who goes to all of your events. He's an MMA hole. He rocks his MMA holes t-shirt every time he goes there. And Daniel Murphy and his girlfriend, I forgot her name again. Holy, she's going to kill me.
Michelle.
Michelle. I'm sorry, Michelle. I apologize.
I didn't forget you, Michelle.
We love you, Michelle. They sneak booze in, by the way, too. Just keep an eye out.
Snitch it.
But, I wouldn't know about that. But they are great people, and they're talking about having a tailgate before your event. So we're going to try to get a bunch of MMA holes to show up outside, cause a scene, and bring some ruckus inside. What is the main event for this card? Is it the big guy?
Nah, the main event is going to be something that I'm proud of, too, is going to be Paul Timothy versus Dylan Montello.
Okay. Paul Timothy.
The Butcher.
Tell me a little bit about these guys.
Last fight, he defeated Andrew Stock, made him, gave him his first defeat in the amateur ranks, and he's coming back for war. I talked to that kid. He's also a Tiger Life sponsored athlete, beyond average sponsored athlete. That kid is he's going to be a top, I'd say, 10 fighter within the next 5 years in the world. I
tell you what, you have some impressive guys coming out of Triton Fights, and we got a donation coming in.
Hey, Chris Macchi, bite my sub, you fag.
Holy shit, Jared Fogle. I mean, I can't even believe this. Jared Fogle jumps in. What do you think about that? He says, bite his sub, you fag.
Poor network connection.
So apparently, I don't know. There's a poor network connection. I don't know what's going on here. Maybe, you know what? Let me try to call you. Let me try to call you again. I'm going to try to call you again through Skype and see if we can get a better connection. All right. All right, so let's get Chris Macchi back on the horn over here. This is going very well. Jesse, what do you think so far?
This is great. Probably one of the best interviews we've had.
Yes. Well, here's Anonymous.
To come take them belts off me.
When Jones brought his evidence forward after going under oath, he still claimed tainted sup. He brought his evidence consisting of all 12 sups he was taking. All 12 were tested, laboratory tested. All 12 were negative for tainted sup.
So it looks like someone is in favor of John Bones Jones, saying they were negative, these supplements. We're going to get into detail with that. Thank you for the donation. We got a 2-hour show. We're going to get Chris Macchi back on the horn over here.
And H says the forehead is very powerful with this one.
Let's see if we get Chris in.
He's missing all your good jokes, guys. It's okay.
Yes.
I'm writing them down.
All right, here we go. Party room. All right, we're back in the party.
Are we better?
Oh, hey. All right, we're back in business. There we go. Just turn your phone sideways and we'll get this party going again. All right, so
My bad. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I mean, my internet router is right here. So
that is a little weird. Yeah, who knows? I mean, I don't know.
That thing. Look at this thing.
What we got going on there? What's this? That's a big TV.
Got a little 65-inch curved.
Oh, nice. So it's curved too.
It's a little curved.
Nice. Good stuff over there. All right. So
Yo, what's up with that guy from King of the Cage? I'll smack the shit out of him, bro.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about, to be honest with you. Would you?
Tell him to get a new last name. He's a weirdo.
Would you fight? Now I know you've trained. Would you fight another promoter on one of your cards?
Absolutely.
Wow, look at
It
that.
made me money. Absolutely.
See, Jesse? What do you think of that?
More importantly, was that a router or a clock that you just showed?
Hold on a second.
That was a router.
No, I'm just wondering because Greg and Blaze decided to make a very fair point in the chat.
Jesse has a couple of notes from the chat room. Let's dip into the chat room over here. Jesse, what is the chat saying to Chris Macchi?
Brian Morgie wants to know how much your TV was.
How much was my TV?
Sure.
It was enough. Believe me.
Are you stealing your neighbor's Wi-Fi?
Yes, I'm Puerto Rican, bro. What the
Would-
fuck do you think?
Wonderful.
Would you like to fart in gay agent's mouth?
I would not. I don't know who that is. I would not want to do that.
Drunk Savage would like to know if you would book Logan Paul.
Oh, what about that? What do you
But I
think about
booked Logan Paul. Hell yeah. I tie that man's shoes. He made me that amount of money.
It's crazy.
Van Shipman wishes that you would replace Dana White.
Oh, look at that.
Listen, that's my goal in life. I respect Dana White, but I'm a better dressed, better looking version of him.
Well, what else we got, Jess?
Stalio 2 bets that you have a tiny penis.
What do you think, baby?
Nah.
Whoa, trouser snake. Holy shit.
I ain't worried about it. I'm Puerto Rican again.
Marky
go.
Wahoo would like to know if you are related to Ricky Martin or did you just raid his closet?
He's my uncle.
Okay. Drunk Savage says, be honest, they're strippers.
So where did you
All
find...
my friends are strippers.
You know, I was going to say, now we went to your event, you with Cans. Cans is one of the sponsors, right? I see they're the ring girls, and then they go back and they wait tables at the after party over there. These girls hustle.
They working.
Damn, man.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about, and they're pretty
I love
girls.
those girls at Cans, man. They're a really good team, honestly. Shout out Paul from Cans.
Yeah.
If you guys are ever in the Westbury area, stop in. They have the nicest staff, some really good food. Shout out Paul, man. He's a good guy.
They do have good food.
They really
Great
do.
food.
Yeah, we stuffed their
love the food.
face. And
Yeah.
I was telling the guys in the chat and the girls that if you go to Triton fights, you rub elbows with some elite UFC fighters as well. And even at the after party, they hang out. So tell me about some of these UFC fighters that you can see at one of these events.
Listen, honestly, I think in New York, man, I respect all those guys. And all those guys show nothing but love to me. Ally Quinta, he was there at the last after party. Aljamain Sterling was there at the last after party. And the fights. At the fights, I get Rude Boy Randy Brown. Shout out my Rude Boy. Representing for the Jamaicans, heavy. Andre Harris fighting for the PFL. Championship. He always shows love. Shout out Andre. Andre actually shouted us out on the Ariel Hawani show. Which I know is a big buddy of yours.
Yeah.
And showed us a lot of love. So I appreciate all the fighters. Ryan LaFleur, super supportive. Rick Schaefer, pro kickboxer. There's so many high level UFC, Bellator, PFL, champions that really do show us nothing but love and respect, because they know that we're coming from a good place. We're doing this for the culture. You know what I mean? We produced, a reality show out of our budget. We're rolling out a 25-foot billboard truck.
You're gonna rap one on one shoulder.
to
I'm gonna rap
to
the
fill
other
these
shoulder.
stands for these.
Hold your thought on that billboard truck. I want to bring that up.
Belts off me.
Anonymous comes in.
No, Chris. That was not defending Jones. That was debunking his BS claims.
Oh.
For the record of his career, and steroids boost vision, speed, strength, have aggression, psychological, neurological, mood stabilizing advantages which contribute to fight IQ.
There you go.
Anonymous getting deep over
Well,
here.
Anonymous, thank you for the donation and apologies for getting it wrong over there. And we will get into this John Jones situation, so hang tight. But I have on the screen right now the billboard. So what is this billboard about on Instagram at Triton Fights? You have a giant truck with a billboard of this event. This must have cost a couple of bucks. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it did, man. And this is just an example. And, like that guy, like that weirdo from King of the Cage, I hope he's not involved in King of the Cage, because actually I respect King of the Cage a lot. That was a promotion that, I came up, knowing about, and I respect what they do. So I hope he's not involved at all and he was just pump faking. But if he is, he can go fuck himself.
Oh, shit.
But anyway, this is just an example of, us dumping money back into our business and back into the fighters. They work their asses off in fight camp and to sell tickets, to sustain what we do. So we just wanted to, show them that, we're not afraid to take money out of our own pockets to make sure that they're fighting in front of 1,000 people like last time, the time before that, and ever since I can remember, really.
Well, I got to say this. You guys definitely put the money into the show, and it shows. It definitely shows. At Westbury, the space over there, it's always a packed crowd. You got some good food, you got some good drinks, and you have some really good fights over there. Rubbing elbows with elite UFC athletes, and you're seeing future stars. I noticed this, too, on Instagram, that you got some guys fighting on the Bellator card coming up over here. Maybe you could tell us a little bit about that as well.
So the entire prelim card, basically.
Hold on, before you get going with that, Van Chipman.
Let's get a long look at Forehead's girl. She hot.
Okay, that's a fair point. Yeah, let's get a
Say hi. Say hi.
All right, screenshot that and make sure you enjoy yourself. All right, now your girlfriend has she had 85 people jerking off to her at once, or no? It's the first time. All right, everyone, drop your pants. All right. What time's the twerk? No. All right, let's get back to this over here. The Bellator. Thank you, Van Chipman, by the way. So you got Fedor versus Sonnen, big card coming up, and I see you got some boys on there.
Yeah, so, I'd say it has to be almost the entire prelim card is Triton Fights champs.
Mm-hmm.
Champions of Triton Fights. You got Ryan Castro, multiple weight Triton Fights champ. Jeremy Puglia, Triton Fights champ, defended his belt 4 times. Dennis Bazooka, Triton Fights champ. Who else you got on that card? You got a couple other guys that I can't remember their names off the top of my head, but a lot of that card is Triton Fights champs for a reason. They know that Triton Fights is the top level before the pros of the amateurs, so they're smart. They're getting the good talent. I'm really excited for that prelim card, actually, because it's going to be fireworks.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, every time we go, it's from top to bottom. It's good fights, absolutely really good fights over here. Is Ryan Chirena on this card, this one, or is he sitting this one out?
Yeah, so unfortunately, so he sat this one out. He was super active, and he was going to fight, and he even asked, look, you really need me to fight a fight, and I was like, nah, man, you're super active. You're one of the most active welterweights in the AMBI ranks on the Northeast. Take the time off. You know what I mean? He's still training like an animal. That kid just eats and just lives what he does. But I told him to take some time.
Yeah, well, it's super promising. You keep an eye out for this kid, and man, oh man, he's delivered. So yeah, why not burn yourself out, right? Do it the right way. And I've noticed that's what you do with the fighters on your roster over there. I mean, these guys, you treat them well, right? You treat them well. You don't try to overwork these guys. If they're ready to go, you have them fight. If they're not, you don't have them fight. But how do you get these matchups? I mean, these matchups really work out well where it's fairly evenly matched. How do you put those fights together so well?
Well, so some of those guys are my boys, where I've shared mat time with them, a lot of them. And then others I study, I talk to their coach. I get a feeling for who they are. I'm very personable, I'm not scared to talk to anybody. I'm not scared of anybody. You can be the baddest, doesn't matter. I bring a persona to the table. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, a lot of those guys, I know their personalities, and then I study their techniques. I study, how they move, how they talk, how they walk, and it's a lot more than just A-side, B-side guys, and that's what these matchmakers don't understand. If you don't know me as a person, how are you going to know me as a fighter? You know, a lot of these guys, you know, they'll call me 3 o'clock in the morning just to talk or invite me out to, you know, wherever, their birthday party. You know, I know some of these guys' mothers. You know what I mean? So, you know, these are friends of mine. You know, that I do care about. Yeah, I send you in a cage to do battle with another man, but you know, we're not in the game of tennis. You know, and if we were, I wouldn't be a tennis matchmaker. That's not what I do. You know, so. You know, it comes organically to me because our relationships are real. You know, my relationships with a lot of these fighters are real. You know what I mean? And I genuinely do care about them. You know, even if I fly a guy in from Florida or Colorado or Hawaii, it's not going to be to A side, B side a guy, and the guy that I'm flying in be a bum, and you know he's going to get scrubbed. You know, I'm looking for the specific styles. You know, so. You know, I really do my homework and I do the groundwork, and that's the only difference between me and everybody else is that, you know, when they're sleeping, I'm working.
You got Chris Macchi live from the MMA Holes back again, matchmaker for Triton Fights, and number 9 is what's coming up September 14th. Check it out, TritonFights.com. There's a link in the description. And now you spoke about some of your boys. All right, I need you to spill the beans. Who is Gotti fighting next? We need to know. I know you know who Gotti's fighting next. Who is this man fighting?
I'll keep it 100 with you, man. If I did know, I have an idea, but if I did know the exact person, I wouldn't tell you, man. You know, it's just that's the relationship that me and John got, man. You know, I'd never go behind his back and leak something like that, man. I love you guys though at the MMA Holes, but I'm a loyal guy. You know what I mean? I was cut from that cloth, the same cloth that he's cut from. And
you don't want to sleep with the fishes. Let's be honest.
Nah, I mean, hey, I grew up with the same type of people that he did, man. So it's
right.
Cold, man.
Well, listen, I hear a little birdie says there's an opponent, but it's not announced yet. It's not, it's there, and when we're trying to scoop, we're trying to dig for it. So we're gonna get to the bottom of this, or we'll.
I hear you, man. Get your shovel out. I'm the wrong hole, though.
Yeah. All right. We had to try. All right. So here's the thing, Jesse. You excited about this event, Triton Fights number 9?
I am actually. I got to be honest with you. Triton Fights is probably the one organization that I'm the most excited. I love all of the organizations. I think they're really great. But this is probably the one that I've had the most fun watching. So yeah, I'm extremely excited for Triton Fights.
And it's not. It's not the Tiger Life talking. She's actually speaking the truth.
Like legit, I think, and part of it was being right there, like so up close, and being able to like see the fighters right in front of your face. It's insane. It's crazy. And I noticed even the seats that were not cage side are like still amazing seats. So of course I'm excited for that one.
Get your tickets. How can we get these tickets on TritonFights.com?
www.tritonfights.com. You know what I mean? Just buy them soon because the fire marshal knows my name. He does not like me. That man does not like me.
No,
I'm putting people in the broom closet right now.
It always is packed. It is, and the fans stay the whole card. That's another thing too that I've noticed. A lot of these local events, the fans they leave, like their guy or girl is over, and they go back and they chill with their fighter, and that's it. And this fight, these cards, I've noticed they stick around to the very, very end. So kudos to you for putting that together each and every time.
Man. We even have we have other promotions reaching out to us, willing to hire us to market to provide marketing material for them and stuff. And it's really humbling, and we appreciate people willing to work with us. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't like us, but they probably own a MMA promotion.
Yeah, jealousy's a bitch. Well, a lot of people don't like us either. Welcome to our part.
Yeah, exactly.
Match made in heaven.
Especially a Spanish kid from the hood. They don't want to see that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I tell you what, Jesse has a little Spanish.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. It's totally cool.
She's Mexicana. Yeah. Adios mio. All right, so Chris, I love the vest. Is that a signature? Is that a trademark of you over there? The sleeveless vest, the denim vest.
Yeah, I mean, I am they call me the denim cowboy. You know?
Okay.
So that no one calls me that. I'm kidding. I'm mad that you.
I thought about it for a second. I was like, wait a minute.
I was about to take my pants off. It was getting weird.
No one calls me that.
Are you and Frank going to be wearing the denim vests during fight week together?
Yeah. No, we're at the fight. We'll be wearing matching denim vests, and we'll be doing a duet in the cage intermission. So
And shout out to
Jesse's our
Tiger Lily.
backup dancer, so don't smile too much.
Yeah. She's got her
I
go-go
would-
shorts on.
You'd have to pay me first. There's no way I'm just gonna jump in
Yeah,
there.
she's expensive. All right, trust me, I know. All right, so Chris, thank you so much for coming on. Last
She's
words.
expensive too.
Whoa, look at that. Oh my God. Is your girlfriend going to be at the event? I'm assuming yes, right?
Yeah, she'll be there. You know, she'll be there with, you know, a lot of her friends. Some of her friends are single.
No.
So guys, shoot
you
your
go.
shot, you know.
That's right.
There's nothing to it but to do it.
That's right.
That's it.
All right, Chris, last words to the MMA holes. Why should they go to this event? We know how they should go to this event, but give us a last thoughts.
Well, if you check on our Instagram, you'll see the story of how I came across the Savage. I took a very, very long, hot trip through South America. I met up with a very dangerous individual, and I was able to obtain the most savage individual, you know, on that coast. So go to Instagram, Triton Fights. Click on the promo video for the Savage and follow the story. And also follow the story of Fight Life. We're going to be premiering at this show, and I'm telling you, it's going to change the landscape. And we're going to get a lot more calls the next time I'm on MMA Holes from that guy wanting to beat me up because we're closing his doors too.
There you go. All right, Chris, thanks for coming on. Looking forward to seeing the event and the reality show. And go get some stank on the hang low. You know what I'm saying?
I got you, bro. Catch you, brother.
All right, we'll talk soon. Be good. All right, there he is. Chris Macchi on the MMA Holes. Check it out. This man will be fighting at his event. It is Triton Fights number 9. We have a link in the description to their website. TritonFights.com is their website. And it is...
Wonderful.
Chris is a good guy.
Wonderful.
What do you think about that?
He's a good guy. It's funny because when we first met, he thought that I hated him. Remember that? He came up to me and he was like, what did he say? You're a tough shell to crack or something like that? Because I wouldn't smile. But it had nothing to do with him. So, yeah, he's a good guy. I like him. He's cool.
Let me